When they said, and I saw one of the briefings by Governor Cooper over the weekend, that all roads in western North Carolina, not some, all roads were unnavigable.
Yeah.
It has to make you. I don't even.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, I went to App State, and
right.
so to see the pictures and videos is it just breaks your heart to see it. It's awful. So I feel so bad for those people.
On Friday, in our roundtable, we were going to have Jeremy Greene on from ESPN Asheville, and I love those people, and I love the fact that Jeremy comes on all the time, and we have a lot of fun. But Jeremy, we couldn't get cell service to Jeremy. He's out in Asheville, obviously. I did check in with him this morning. I said, "Are you okay?" And Jeremy apparently is okay from ESPN Asheville at ESPN Draft Nerd on Twitter. So give me a kind of a lay of the land. How are you doing? How is it up there right now?
I will say I'm very blessed. My family we have a family farm that's up north. And honestly, where I'm sitting right now, you wouldn't even know anything happened.
Wow.
I live roughly 10 minutes above Asheville. We had no power, and we finally were able to venture out on Saturday. And if you've ever been to Asheville and you go down 1923 or 240 or any of those things, you can literally look off the side of the interstate, and it looks like there's not a town there. There's just a river that runs adjacent to the interstate.
Right.
Every stoplight is out. Gas stations finally started opening on Saturday because people had run out of gas in their generators. There were people sleeping in their cars. And Avenue was a parking lot because everybody was just desperately trying to get to gas. Two of our guys, Tank Spencer, the guy that does my show with me, and Mark Starling, have been at our station since Thursday at 3 a.m. Trees went down across the road, and we can't get their cars out. And they've been there doing just wall-to-wall coverage. I don't know if they have showered. I want to send buckets of water for that because that was the first thing I wanted was a shower when we got here. It's actually funny. We didn't know that the storm Thursday was going to hit the way it did, and we had flooding happening then. And so nobody had prepared a day in advance. And so it's almost like we got hit twice.
Right.
It's unlike anything I've ever seen in 37 years of life.
Jeremy Greene is joining us. ESPN Asheville is where you can hear Jeremy in the afternoons. And he joins us a lot on the roundtable. I mean, I've seen the pictures, and I know when we were texting this morning, you said it's like a war zone. It really is. It looks to me just like, oh, that's a river. No, that's not a river. That's not, one of the Nola Chucky or whatever it is in Western Tennessee. It's not the French Broad. Nope, that's a street that looks like a river. I've seen video. I've stayed at the Grand Bohemian. I think it's the Grand. What is it?
That's downtown.
Downtown Asheville, right? Right in Biltmore Village, and I saw like aerial shots of it, and there's water like 5 feet up the lower level, probably more. Now, who knows when I saw that video? I mean, for people who have spent time in those, can you describe what it looks like? When will it be navigable for the people who live there?
So the biggest thing now is staying off the roads because we do have power crews there are power lines everywhere.
Right.
We won't be able to do anything with widespread power until that happens. But I'll give you an example where you were talking about the Grand Bohemian. Right down the street from the Grand Bohemian, there is a Wendy's. And every Wendy's looks exactly the same with the red roof. And there is a Wendy's right down the street from there that you cannot see the building. All you can see is the dormer cap on the top of the building, and the Wendy's sign is halfway sticking out of the water. That's how deep it is in Biltmore Village. Swannanoa, which is I lived there for a few years. There are whole neighborhoods that have just been flattened, and we had water rescues. We had people on the roofs waiting for somebody to show up. And I have had access to news coverage for about the last day, and what I'm seeing on the news it is bad, but there is worse. I got a picture from a listener yesterday, and I'm not 100% sure where it was. I know where I think it was, but it was a house where you could see the roof, and the roof had come off the house, and it was stuck in the trees, and there was no house left. So the roof is sitting there freestanding. There's no water there, but the whole house has been washed away. It's unlike anything I've ever. I don't get dumbfounded and out of words often, but driving around Asheville on Saturday and Sunday, I grew up here. I've known this place my whole life, and there were times that I had to close my eyes and go, "What is supposed to be there?"
Right. Because
I couldn't remember.
Jeremy Greene, I appreciate your time, man. We'll hook up again very soon. Be well. Hope you and your family are and remain safe, and we'll talk to you in a few days.
We're very blessed. We're very blessed to have friends like you guys that have done a amazing job. When I got back to cell service, it blew my mind how many text messages I had, how many Facebook messages I had. Thoughts, prayers, all the things. I know there are a lot of supplies coming up here from the Triangle.
Yeah.
And that means the world. It's going to be a long time before Asheville is Beer City again, but it always will be.
Yeah, it will. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you very soon.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. Jeremy Greene.